doing from Advanced Manual of Professional Speaker. It's called the Sales Training Speed, just to make it more interesting. For next 20 minutes, think you are all salespeople, and you are sitting here to learn how to do sales, how to sell, how to market certain product. Alright, so next 20 minutes you are not Toastmasters, but you are salespeople. And Sharon is going to teach us about sales and marketing. So please put your hands together for Sharon ji. Sales and marketing. Sales and marketing, Sharon ji.
A very good evening, everyone. How is everyone feeling today? Well, it's awesome being here today as your trainer, because I am going to train you on how to be perfect salespeople, because every day we are out there dealing with sales. Regardless, even though you're not in this industry as a person who actually sells, but you are the consumer, you deal with marketing. Sales and marketing is everywhere you go, you will actually see them. So for example, what is marketing? Everything around us is marketing. Even myself, you are marketing as well. Well, sometimes you would think that you will feel so great if you were to carry a Prada bag, or you to wear a best denim jacket. But ask yourself, is it very important for you to have those things in yourself? Or is it very important for you to be a brand of yourself? Market yourself first before you market another product. So always build that brand in yourself, because your name is a brand. You don't have to be a movie star. You don't have to tell people you would like to be a Shah Rukh Khan, or you would like to be a
Sharon.
No, for example, throw me a Hollywood name. Tom Cruise. You don't have to be all that, because you are a brand. Seki, you're a brand yourself. Mr. Paul, you're a brand yourself. So when you walk out there, walk with confidence, because you are the brand that you are selling to your people. So marketing, tell stories to many people. If you're a storyteller, if you are a Toastmasters, it is very easy for you to be a marketing person as well, because it is all about telling stories. Now, for example, if I would like to sell this Asus here, I am going to talk about how great this computer is, how great this notebook is, because I'm going to convince you that this product is amazing. It helps me in so many ways. It helps me in my presentation. It is small, it is unique, and I would actually make believe that this is the perfect computer for you, that you would actually use in your workplace or even as a student. So everything around us, if you want to sell this chair to your student, you would tell them this is amazing, this is cost saving, this fits in your study room. This fits in your study room, and it is very easy because it's mobile. You can carry it very easily in your car, you can transport it once you graduate, and you can ship it back in your parents' home. So everything around us is marketable, and it's how you put it all together and you sell it out to your consumers. Now, when does marketing begin? It is begin when we have something to offer and something to sell. Don't we all always have something to offer and sell? Whenever there's a need or a demand in the market, that's when marketing comes about. Like for example, if you were to say the lady on the next door is actually selling nasi lemak with a little ikan bilis, and you come back and think, I would like to make a good profit as well. Why not adding a fish in it? I think I can actually create a demand out there, and I can create another stall out there. And that is how you think, and you see the demand in the market, and next thing you know, people are coming over to you to buy your nasi lemak. So who will be taking the role? When you want to sell something, for example, if you are in a store, or even if you think that you are able to come up with something to actually give out to your consumers, it is not just me who is actually selling it. For example, if I'm working in Maxis, as a manager in Maxis, I'm not the only one who is selling the brand. All my consumers, they are selling it for me too, because they are using Maxis. They are walking around, they're telling their friends, hey, change it to Maxis line. Maxis is really great. So everyone is doing marketing every day. So you, me, and also consumers, we are selling brands every day. So for example, research of marketing mix, the 4 P's of marketing. Like for example, if you had a product to sell, would you want to go to your consumer and tell them, please buy this. This is really nice. No, you wouldn't want to. If you were to say and people wouldn't even be interested in your product because you are actually selling them and telling them, please buy. Is there something wrong with your product? Be confident. Tell them the reasons why do they need some sort of product. So definitely, it wouldn't be great to actually have those images like you saw earlier. So for example, the marketing mix of 4 P's is definitely the product. You need to know what product are you going to sell. You need to know the price, what is the demand of the market and how much it should be, the place and the promotion. These 4 P's are very, very important when you would like to market your product. Regardless, it can be the smallest product or it can be the largest product. It can be nasi lemak, but you need to know what is the product that you're actually selling. Now, when you want to sell a product, you need to know what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses, the opportunities, and the threats. Because this would actually get you to understand better on how do you actually rise up your product. So for example, if you're selling nasi lemak again, you need to know your strengths. For example, if you're adding a fish, that is definitely a strength in your product. For example, what is your weaknesses? Weaknesses, too many competitors. Every housing area you have one person selling nasi lemak. So that's definitely your weaknesses, and depending on the prices as well. Opportunities. If you have a better way of packaging it, you have a nutrition facts, for example. These days people want to be a little bit more healthy. If you could cater to that market and tell them this nasi lemak has how many calories in it and how would you work out and how many miles do you have to run to cut down this amount of calories, I think people will go for your nasi lemak because they get some nutrition facts as well. And these days we all want to be healthy and we all want to be slim and good as well. And what are the threats? When you come up with something great, I will have a competitor sitting there watching me and he will come up with another brilliant idea. So that are all the threats and everything around us that we have to study before we come up with another product. So for example, let us look at all the famous brands around us. Like for example, McDonald's, Milo and Pampers. So all this, do you think they actually have the weaknesses, they have strengths, they have threats and also opportunities in them? Well, let me pass this to the TME to pass it to you so that you can actually come up with some ideas of what do you think McDonald's is going through? What sort of weaknesses and opportunities would McDonald's go through? And what sort of opportunities, threats, strengths and weaknesses that Milo would go through as well? Put some thinking caps on yourself and think like how would this affect them as well, and how, if you were part of this organization, what would you do to create the strengths? Just imagine that you are part of McDonald's and you are part of Milo at the moment. I'll give you 2 minutes to do that, but you can continue it later. So while you are actually thinking of ideas, I will tell you that always think out of the box. Do not be the same person that always think of the norm, right? You have to think out of the box. How can it be different? What can you do to come up with different ideas? What sort of strengths that can come out of this? And what sort of opportunities that McDonald's and Milo could come out of this? Like for example, Milo, these days, they come up with lesser sugar Milo for kids as well. And how about McDonald's? They have come up with healthier versions of health cafe to fit to the market of being very healthy and being very nutrition-like, so that you can actually fit to that market. And for those who love coffee, you can actually go to McCafe and enjoy a cup of coffee. So they have turned around their McDonald's into something different to cater to the market today. So always have a very clear objective and always have a good reason with the concepts as well. Alright, sales and marketing. They are two very different things. Well, to be a salesperson, you need to understand why are you selling that product as well, because sales and marketing, they work very closely together. For example, sales, you are out there as a frontliner, you're actually persuading your consumers. Like I said earlier, I'm selling the Asus computer, I'm selling this chair, I am persuading to you to buy this product. I am telling you how great these things are. So I have to be a good storyteller to tell you that. Purchase a product or service. So I'm telling you how you can actually purchase this product from me, or how do you come back to me to get a service of this product? And the most important thing when you do closing sales and sales itself, you must know how to close and call for action. There's no reason for me to tell you all about the chair and about the computer if I'm not going to have a call of action to come back to buy this product. Then there you off you go. And I did not make any sale. And my boss will be screaming at me, you spoke half an hour about this computer. Is the consumers buying? No, they're not buying. So it is very important when you speak about a product, you must have a call to action and have a closing to tell them, get this today because today we're actually having a promotion and this price only lasts until this week. And the reason why are we doing this? Perhaps, come up with some really great strategies as well, and that can actually fit to your consumers. Now, what do people in the marketing would do? So now, when you have your salespeople out there selling the product, the marketing team would come up with activities to support the sales. So they would come out with activities, for example, they would have booths in the malls to promote these products. They would have a lot of extravagant kind of events happening there with balloons. And for example, if you see a lot of events in the weekends, they're selling cars. The salesmen are there telling you about the prospects, the facts and everything like that. But the person who is doing the marketing is actually preparing the entire booth and having the cars there to actually show you and make you feel that it's there. And you as a marketer, you need to identify your market needs. So you're the one who is actually doing the pricing, the branding and the promotion of the product. So this is the back end. You need to understand all that 4 categories before you can actually head out there to sell the product. So that is why it's very different compared to sales and marketing. So you need to understand if you would like to be a salesman or would you like to be at the back team to be in the marketing team instead, because 2 different prospects here. So you need to be very clear before you take up this job in my company. So now we move on. How to be a good salesperson? Well, in my organization, I would like a good salesperson. I would like confident people. So if you're confident, I would love to hire you at the end of this program. The next. So, in my industry, I would love people who put consumer first. In any brand or anything that you sell, your consumer has to be placed first. For example, if you're in a retail business, you can't succeed without your consumers. They're going to walk in and out to see your clothing every day, especially on the weekends. You have to be there to serve them being really humble. Even though they ask you to change a few outfits a few times to look for their sizes or even shoes sometimes, you have to be very patient because consumers are always right. And be very patient to serve them as well. Because when you serve them really well, they are going to come back to you and they will definitely make a sale. You will make a sale, definitely. To empathize, understanding your consumer's desires. For example, a woman who is bigger in size comes to your store. You can tell her that, oh, sorry, we don't have that size for you. Don't do that. You have to be very nice and tell them, hi ma'am, how can I help you? Well, we do not have a size XL, but let me check if we can actually get it from our other stores. Try to empathize on their situation and they would feel so nice that, wow, this salesperson is taking an extra step to actually call the other retailers to check if she can get my size. And now what would that build? That will build a relationship. When she comes back next time, she will look for you and also the brand, because she will tell her friends that this brand is amazing, they treat me really well. So you create and understand your consumers. Be an expert in your field. If you are working with McDonald's, I expect you to know everything about McDonald's. When consumers were to ask you about your product, you do not look at the menu like that is not acceptable. You have to know your product very, very well. If you work in a shoe industry, know your product well. So when the consumers were to question you, you have your answers in your fingertips. You do not tell that I need to ask my manager, I need to ask the supervisor. That gives a very bad reputation. Even though it is your first working day, try to give them appropriate understanding of the product and say that I will get back to you at this moment itself. Let me get the salesperson. Do not give them reasons for them to stand and go back blank. That is not really good for your brand. And number 4, follow up. When your consumers come to you and they would like to buy something from you, and for example, if the product is not there and you told them that you will call another retailer to get back to them, get their phone numbers, call them, follow up with that situation. Follow-up is very, very important because every time you want to boost your sales, you need to follow up. For example, when you go and service your car in Honda and Toyota and so on, there is a follow-up call that comes to you and say that, ma'am, how was your service? Was it good? Any complaints? They always follow up to create a good reputation and you feel so comfort, you feel so amazing, like wow, they are so concerned about my car, about my service and everything like that, and you feel so good as well. Now the look. Be clean and always be groomed, because when you work in a service industry, you are representing the brand. Well, definitely if you're working in Victoria's Secret, I don't expect you to look like a Victoria's Secret model, but you need to look groomed. You need to look good. If you're working in McDonald's, it's a food industry, you need to look neat. You do not have frizzy hair coming out here, untrimmed beard. I would not want people to come to my store and look at you like that, and how would they want to buy the food? Is the food hygienic? So all this is very, very important. Now, forget bad sales. Every day we would have days where sales are bad, but be very optimistic, be positive, go back with a positive vibe. Tomorrow is a new day. Stay focused on your own sales. Now, for example, if we are working in the same store, I don't have to know how many clients have you met today, how many sales that you have met. And I need to compete with you. Oh, you have got 3, I only had 1. It is not a competition within the same organization, but work together to meet that target. Now, body language plays a very important role as well. This is the most important role actually, because regardless, even though you're a very good storyteller, you're a very good marketing person or even a salesperson, if you have bad body language, it will not take you far. For example, if someone were to come over to your store, I wouldn't want you to be in low power mode. Low power mode means you are not confident enough. When someone were to approach you, you're always looking down like this, and you are not confident enough to have eye contact with that person. So that is something not acceptable. You always have to feel high power, feel motivated, and being confident. And you need to speak confidently as well. Because speaking confidently meaning you have to believe in what you say, make eye contact, praise yourself every day. Before you hear anyone else praising you, don't dream that your boyfriend is going to praise you. Praise yourself first. Be confident with who you are first before anyone else can praise you. Because why would someone praise you if you don't feel good about yourself? Why? So visualize success. If you are going for a marathon run, visualize you are the winning person, not the losing end. So even same thing goes to sales as well. Have a very confident body language. Do not stand like this, like this. Be confident, be open, speak about your product. Know your material and expand your vocabulary as well. Speak and practice and be a good speaker. And being more confident. There are actually practices that tells that sometimes when you have lack of confidence, stand up straight, put a letter V and say that I am feeling confident. That practices actually help to boost your confidence, and always have eye contact looking at each other. Now, customer service is also very, very important, because when you speak to consumers, you need to have a very, very good customer relationship, talking very well to your consumers as well, because you wouldn't want to have bad remarks. You want to have great service to follow up. For example, like I said, Honda, when you go for service, Honda calls you and tell you how was the service done, because that is actually a follow-up from your consumers and being a really good customer service as well. For example, being a receptionist or even in a call center, when you answer calls, it is very important for you to have a very, very good body language, even though not really a body language, but for example, the way you answer your call, because it's very important for you to have that positive vibe when you answer a call. Instead of feeling low power, you need to feel high power. So ladies and gentlemen, this is my sales training. I hope that you have learned so much today, and if you feel great and you feel that you are a suitable candidate, please approach me later. I would love to hire you in my organization. Thank you.